happens next after a potential customer decides to move forward?
Yeah, so what's going to happen next is obviously you're going to get this video and it's going to detail the next steps and what you're going to do to prepare for us to be able to have a very smooth process while we're doing your kitchen. You're going to get an email from either myself or my assistant about requesting the color for your kitchen. You're also going to get an email for the start dates, and you're also going to be contacted by my carpenter if you have doors that need to be measured or you have drawer boxes or pullouts that need to be taken care of.
How does a customer go about selecting the cabinet color?
So what we'll need from you with the cabinet color is we will need a swatch. So what you'll do is you get a swatch, you can get it from Sherwin-Williams, you can get it from Home Depot, you can get it from Behr, which is Home Depot, and you would take a picture of this swatch, you would email it to us at jason@enhancedlocal.com, and in the subject line you would just put Mrs. Smith's cabinet color. So if you do have a second color, then you would just put the second color for the island, or a third color for your bathroom, or fourth color for whatever.
Is there an additional cost to get multiple colors?
We're trying to keep our costs down as much as we can, but because it does require more masking, more material, more spraying, there is an additional cost for each additional color. And so that price increase is going to be $250.
Now, does that same price increase go for bathrooms?
Yes, so each additional color, it's going to be an extra $250 because we are masking off, different parts. I mean, if you're doing island or you're doing the lowers, it does require more masking and more materials.
Can you tell me the difference between water-based and lacquer?
So water-based, they both have their positives and they both have their negatives. So I'll start with the water-based acrylic. Enhance, we actually have, in my opinion, I haven't seen a water-based acrylic that's as good as Enhance's water-based acrylic. It's a very smooth, very thin water-based. It lays very flat. So that's the benefits. It also doesn't have any smell. It's not toxic or anything like that, so it has no smell. The downside is, no matter how great the water-based is, it's difficult to get it as good as a commercial-based lacquer finish. So the benefit of lacquer is you really can't get a better, smoother finish than you can with lacquer. The downside is, because it's mostly designed for commercial use, is it's gonna have a smell to it. So we always recommend to customers, if you are getting a lacquer finish, to not be in the house while the guys are spraying during that time.
What is painted and what is not painted in the kitchen?
So hypothetical, let's say if I'm standing in your kitchen, so let's talk about what is going to be painted. So what's going to be painted is everything that's attached to the cabinet box. So your quarter rounds, your toe kicks, your baseboards on the bottom, and on top, the crown molding that's attached to the cabinet. It's not the crown mold that's on top of your ceiling, but the crown molding that's attached to your cabinet boxes is painted. The doors front and back are painted, and obviously the overall box, side panels, those are painted. What is not painted is the inside of your cabinet boxes are not painted for a myriad of reasons. If you're putting a lot of pots, pans, that sort of thing, it's gonna have a chipping nightmare. The only time where the interior is painted is if it's on request. Now that does void the warranty. We paint the inside, there's no warranty on that. And if you have glass doors. So if you're looking at a cabinet box with glass doors, the interior of the glass door cabinet box is painted.
What if I just had my floors done? Will that be a problem?
Yes and no. Depends on how long that you just had your floors refinished. I always recommend getting your floors refinished after we're done. And refinishing, I'm talking about where sand and refinish. Now, if you're just getting plank or you're getting a laminate floor where they're interlocking pieces and they're just laying them down, it really doesn't matter because that's going to be an engineered type of floor. But if you're talking about a sand refinish, it's actually stained. They put a clear coat over the top, and so that clear coat needs at least 2 weeks for it to fully cure. So we recommend waiting at least 3 weeks after you had your floors done, or having your floors done after we're done with painting your cabinets.
Do you offer countertops or other services related?
We get that question a lot. Because we are in the kitchen remodeling business, countertops, backsplash, that's going to be next whenever you're talking about remodeling a kitchen. So we do have a great partnership with a stone yard that's about 2 miles from our shop. The stone yard's name is called georgianstone.com. So you'll probably see a link below here. It's called georgianstone.com. And so they have a very great selection of granite, of solid surface, corian, and what's very popular right now is quartz. So the benefit of getting quartz is you're gonna have the look of a marble, but at half the cost. If you're talking about getting marble, you're looking at spending about $150 to $160 a square foot. Quartz is going to be about half of that. You're going to be in between maybe $70, $75 a square foot up to about $90, $95, maybe $100 a square foot. And quartz is going to be a lot more durable than marble. So that's the benefit, and it has a lot more clean lines. It's less busy, it doesn't have a lot of veins, and it just looks modern, it looks beautiful.
Who picks up and pays for the tile?
So the tile, transitioning into that, if you are getting your countertops done, the next step will be your tile backsplash. So we provide the labor and we provide the adhesive. So the adhesive is the glue that kind of will connect your, be in between the tile and the back of your, wall, your drywall cabinets. So we provide labor and adhesive. The customer, you'll provide the tile and you'll also provide the grout. So because there's so many different colors, we leave that up to the customer to take care of.
How should I prepare my kitchen for when the guys come?
That's a big deal because how long it takes for the guys to be in the house on that first day when they're prepping will depend on if we can get your kitchen finished on time. If, for example, when my guys come and there's a lot of, items on the countertops, it's gonna take about 2 to 3 hours just before they can start prepping. So we're gonna need the countertops completely cleared off. If you have any pets, if you have a dog or cat, you have dogs, and we love our furry friends, but they're not ideal for being in your kitchen or anywhere where you're getting any type of painting done. So if you could secure your animals and also make sure the countertops are cleared off, if you have any drapes, curtains, that has to be removed. And we also need about 3 inches of space from that front lip of your cabinet box, so that way we could properly mask that opening. If we don't have that amount of space, then you will need to remove all the items out of the cabinet box, so that way we can properly mask your kitchen.
If we're getting new doors, crown, or pullouts, when does the carpenter measure?
So you're gonna get an email if your project does include getting new doors, crown molding, he has to measure for the linear foot. You're gonna get an email for either myself, salesperson, or my assistant to schedule my carpenter, and it's usually gonna be within a week or two before your job actually starts. But the measurement will be within 2 or 3 days of whenever we close on your project.
Does the project come with the new soft close hinges?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So it will actually be spelled out in your work order, soft close hinges if you're getting that. If you have exposed hinges, that's where you can, if the door's closed, you can actually see the hinges on the outside. If it's a European style hinge, then we could reuse those hinges as well. Soft close that isn't upcharge of $15 per door or $7.50 per hinge. So that is a price that the customer will have to take care of. It's not included in our price.
What is the warranty?
The standard warranty is 1 year. You have a standard workmanship warranty that covers you against cracks, chipping, peeling, any type of workmanship product where the product does fail. It does happen every now and then in the painting industry. Nothing is 100% when you're applying paint on top of wood or on top of steel. There is a chance that it can chip, peel, or crack. I mean, with us, it's anywhere between 5 and 10%. It does happen. Having the Lightspeed finish reduces that rate down. Now, you can get a 5-year warranty with the Lightspeed finish at an additional cost.
Do you offer financing?
With our partner, Hearth, they have a great financing deal right now. They're offering 14 months at 0% APR. So that's a great way where you can get your kitchen done, your bathroom done, any type of project, and you'll be able to keep the money that you currently have in your pocket. They also have construction loans that can extend out to 14 years. So more than likely, you probably have your house sold before the end of that loan term comes due.
When does my project start?
You'll get an email from either myself or my assistant stating the date of when your project starts. So depending on when the deposit was received, you'll be in a queue of our customers, and we just go from first to last.
If a customer has any questions, how can they get in contact with you?
I'm always available by text. That's probably the fastest way to get a hold of me. You can see my number below. It's 770-450-0869, or email, where myself or my assistant will have access to responding to your questions, which is jason@enhancelocal.com. Again, you have any questions that pertaining to your project that were not answered in this video, or you just need a little bit more clarification from this video, please do not hesitate to give me a call, 770-450-0869. I look forward to working with you, and I can't wait to make your kitchen look amazing.